Good day, everyone. We're here at the Postgraduate Institute of Management, where the AMDISA 2016 Executive Council meeting and regional conference is currently underway. It is hosted by the Postgraduate Institute of Management, University of Sri Jayewardenepura, and the Institute of Certified Professional Managers here in Sri Lanka. Here with us now is Dr. Sarwar Uddin Ahamed, Professor of Finance and Dean, School of Business at the Independent University in Bangladesh. He has conducted postdoctoral study at McNeese State University in the USA as a Fulbright scholar and has received PhD and Master of Economics from Nagasaki University, Japan. Dr. Ahamed is an avid researcher and has authored over 75 articles, 3 books, several book chapters, numerous reports, and conference papers. Welcome to our program.
Thank you for having me today.
Could you tell us what brings you here to join the AMDISA 2016 Regional Conference?
Actually, the theme attracted me, the networking and collaboration in South Asian countries. As a dean of the business school, the problem that I am facing now is that fall in the number of students going for BBA and MBA, and also they're going for other majors, and also about their employability. So we came to understand that in order to solve this problem, we need to make sure that our graduates are ready for the market demand them, and their knowledge is transferable. And in order to make the knowledge and the curricula transferable, there is an alternative to networking and collaboration. We want to learn the good practices that are followed by other countries and other universities by collaborating with them. So that brings me here.
All right, excellent. The final session will be titled Corporate Learning Improvement Process, CLIP. Could you tell us what that is about, please?
You see, the traditional way of thinking was that once you graduate from the university, that's it. They don't come back. They work over there. They climb the ladder. Now the things have become so competitive. Although graduates are getting the job after 2 or 3 years, they can't go up, or when they are looking for other jobs, they are not getting the jobs. So that's why we feel that there should be continuous improvement process also for the corporate managers. We should bring them to the universities. We should tell them what are the contemporary theories and practices. We should give them a platform so that they can get together and also can learn from each other and improve them, so that their constant development and improvement will help them to further climb the ladder.
Mm-hmm. And are there programs currently in universities which cater to this sort of corporate learning need?
Mostly this corporate learning process has been catered by training institutions in Bangladesh. But you see, the number is increasing so much, and in Bangladesh there is a huge young population. Around 2 million people are joining the workforce every year. So these training institutions aren't enough. So universities having the infrastructure and the resources should come forward and establish some centers, and through those centers they can meet this need of the corporate entities and the managers. We are thinking that we should be coming forward, and in addition to giving university degrees, we should be also providing corporate trainings.
Has there been any policy that's been formulated towards this, or any plan that's being implemented?
Actually, our universities are registered and got the permission from University Grants Commission, and we are allowed to establish center where we can offer certification program having a duration of less than 3 months. So we would like to take that opportunity, and this is again out of our responsibility to the society and to our graduate. We don't want to make it a profitable thing. We just want them to develop, because ultimately if our graduates are doing good, it will come back to us. So universities are initiating policies and establishing centers on their own by looking at the market gap and also looking at the need of the graduates which are they're supplying to the market. So not in a holistic way policy, university to university this varies, and they're establishing the centers accordingly.
Mm-hmm. And how is this issue identified in the first place?
Actually, the gap we can see, as a dean, when I sit in my office, my graduates come back and they're saying that I'm looking for a job, but they are requiring some further additional professional degrees. What should I do? And then it came that it's a problem, and they're coming. The number is increasing day by day. So I can hear from that initially they got the job, but they're stuck. So they need something to differentiate themselves from the others, so that they need some further training and improvement, some professional degrees. So that's how I feel the need.
And how would you suggest it be approached? Should the corporations send their employees for further training, or is it that the employee, him or herself, that they have to go and seek out this higher education?
The way we want to do, it's a kind of a industry academia partnership. We say that there should be a three-way relationship: industry, academia, us, and the society. The industry should come forward because we are also doing good to them by supplying skilled graduates who are capable. Otherwise, they'll have to train by themselves. So we are offering them that use our infrastructure, use our resources, or we will bring guest resources from outside. But you can help us through by sending your managers. You can help us through research funding. You can help us through other ways. But it will be a win-win situation for both of us. We will be making sure our graduates are doing good. You will be getting managers who are qualified and up to the mark and up to the market.
And is this management training specific to certain key industries in Bangladesh, or is it sort of general management practices?
Recently, we have identified that most of the banks are in a way very serious about doing social responsibility, CSR, because there is some regulatory pressure. So banks need people who understand this concept and how to do it. So we are trying to make some audit, and we have identified a need of training in CSR, especially for the bank and financial institutions. So through that training audit, we can identify the needs of a particular organization by doing an audit on their managers and identify in which department they are working, what are the skill required of and what are the skill he or she have. There is a gap, and to fill that gap, they can be sent to training on that particular topic. So that's how we are identifying, trying to identify people, and that's how we are identifying the topics that should be selected as training topics. So always there is for corporates there are certain areas which appears as a kind of a buzzword, and all the corporate try to comply with it, but they don't know how to do it. They need people who understand them, and given our infrastructure and the background and the resources, we can meet that gap.
And how does the corporate learning improvement process come together with the theme of this year's conference, which is management development through international networking and collaborations?
In the same name, in Europe, one of the institutions have already developed some model in order to improve the corporate learning process. So that is a part that AMDISA is trying to implement. But okay, we are open to that idea also, but we will examine, because a lot of resources need to be engaged in order to get that accreditation. We can think about that, but ultimately we are taking this as a holistic theme that we need to improve the corporate learning experience. The way the banner or under which institutions South Asian countries would be doing, that's a separate thing. But we are taking it as a general theme that we need to improve the learning process of the corporate managers.
All right, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing the insights from Bangladesh.
You're most welcome. Thank you again for having me.